Living with lupus is like trying to navigate a maze where the walls keep shifting. You think you've found a clear path, and then suddenly, everything changes, and you're left scrambling to find your way again. For those of us living with this chronic illness, every day presents a new challenge, a new symptom, or a new way that lupus decides to remind us of its presence. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, and today, I want to share my experience and some strategies that have helped me cope with this unpredictable condition. First, let's talk about what lupus is, because it's essential to understand the beast we're dealing with. Lupus is an autoimmune disease, which means that instead of your immune system protecting you from illness, it mistakenly attacks your own body. It can affect multiple organs, including your skin, joints, kidneys, and heart. Symptoms vary widely from person to person, and they can change from day to day. One moment, you might feel like you can conquer the world, and the next, you're completely wiped out, struggling to get out of bed. Fatigue is one of the most common and debilitating symptoms, often described as a feeling of exhaustion that sleep just can't fix. It's like running a marathon in your sleep, but instead of feeling accomplished, you wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck. Now, let's get real for a moment. Living with lupus can feel isolating. It's often invisible to others, so they might not understand why you can't just push through or why you need to cancel plans at the last minute. I can't tell you how many times I've had to explain to friends and family that my fatigue is not just being lazy or that I genuinely can't go out because my joints are flaring up. It can be exhausting to constantly advocate for yourself, but it's necessary. Communication is key. I've learned to be open about my condition, sharing my limitations with those around me. This not only helps them understand my situation better, but also allows them to support me in ways that I truly need. One of the most effective coping strategies I've found is to prioritize self-care. It sounds cliché, but it's true. When you're living with a chronic illness, taking care of yourself is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. I've had to learn to listen to my body, to recognize when I need to rest, and to give myself permission to take a break without feeling guilty. I've started to incorporate small rituals into my day that bring me joy and help me recharge, whether it's sipping on a warm cup of tea, taking a leisurely walk in nature, or diving into a good book. These moments of self-care are vital. They remind me that I am more than my illness, that I can still find joy in the little things. Another essential aspect of coping with lupus is building a support system. It's so important to surround yourself with people who understand and empathize with what you're going through. This can be friends, family, or even support groups, whether in person or online. There's something incredibly comforting about sharing experiences with others who truly get it. You can vent, share tips, and even laugh about the absurdities of living with a chronic illness. I've found that connecting with others who have lupus has been one of the most empowering experiences. It's a reminder that I'm not alone in this fight, and it helps to normalize the struggles we face. If you are enjoying this video and want more health tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our video. Now, let's talk about managing symptoms. One of the most significant challenges with lupus is the unpredictability of flare-ups. You could be feeling perfectly fine one day, and then wake up the next day with joint pain, a rash, or debilitating fatigue. I've learned to keep a symptom diary, which has been incredibly helpful, writing down my symptoms, what I was doing when they occurred, and any potential triggers has allowed me to identify patterns. For instance, I've noticed that stress can often lead to flare-ups, so I've made it a priority to find healthy ways to manage stress. This might include mindfulness practices like meditation or yoga, which help ground me and bring a sense of calm. Diet also plays a crucial role in managing lupus. While there's no one-size-fits-all diet for lupus, I've found that certain foods can either help or hinder my symptoms. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats has made a difference in how I feel. I've also learned to listen to my body when it comes to food. If I notice that certain foods trigger inflammation or make me feel worse, I've made the conscious decision to avoid them. It's all about finding what works for you and being mindful of how your body reacts to different foods. Exercise is another vital component of coping with lupus, but it's essential to approach it with caution. On days when I feel good, I try to incorporate gentle activities into my routine, like walking or swimming. These low-impact exercises help keep my body moving without overexerting myself. However, I've had to learn to be flexible and not push myself too hard, especially on days when my body is telling me to slow down. Finding that balance is crucial. It's about listening to your body and honoring its needs, even if that means skipping a workout or taking a rest day. Mental health is another critical aspect of coping with lupus. Living with a chronic illness can take a toll on your mental well-being, leading to feelings of anxiety, depression, or frustration. I've found it incredibly beneficial to seek professional help when needed. Therapy has provided me with tools to navigate the emotional roller coaster that comes with living with lupus. It's a safe space to express my feelings, process my experiences, and work through the challenges I face. If you're struggling, I encourage you to reach out for help. You don't have to go through this alone. One of the most empowering things I've done is to educate myself about lupus. Knowledge is power. The more I understand my condition, the better equipped I am to advocate for myself and make informed decisions about my health. I've spent countless hours reading articles, attending webinars, and connecting with healthcare professionals. This has not only helped me feel more in control of my health, but has also given me the confidence to ask questions and seek second opinions when necessary. Don't be afraid to be your own advocate. Your health is worth fighting for. Living with lupus also means accepting that there will be good days and bad days. It's a roller coaster ride, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming. I've learned to celebrate the good days, to relish in the moments when I feel like myself again. Whether it's going out with friends, tackling a project, or simply enjoying a sunny day, I try to embrace those moments fully. On the flip side, when the bad days come, I remind myself that it's okay to feel down, to have moments of frustration or sadness. It's a natural part of the journey. What's important is how we respond to those feelings. I found that allowing myself to feel those emotions, rather than pushing them aside, helps me process what I'm going through. Lastly, I want to emphasize the importance of hope. Living with lupus can feel daunting, but holding on to hope can be a lifeline. Hope for better days, hope for new treatments, hope for a future where we can live our lives to the fullest despite our diagnosis. It's easy to get bogged down by the challenges, but focusing on the positives, no matter how small, can make a significant difference. Whether it's a new medication that works, a supportive friend, or a moment of joy, these glimmers of hope can carry us through the toughest times. So, to anyone out there living with lupus or any chronic illness, I want you to know that you are not alone. Your feelings are valid, and it's okay to struggle. But there are ways to cope, to find joy, and to embrace life despite the challenges. It's a journey, and while it may be filled with twists and turns, it's also an opportunity for growth, resilience, and connection. Together, we can navigate this maze, supporting one another and finding our way to brighter days. Remember, if you are enjoying this video and want more health tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our video. Thank you for listening, and you are stronger than you think.